What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Run It Up. Here again with Dan O'Brien. Dan O'Brien Poker on Twitter. I'll give you a plug right in the beginning. What's going on?
That's so good of you. And Instagram, don't forget. I know you want to hold me down because of your tremendous following.
What are you going to start off so negative for? I don't know what that even means. I'm trying to help you out here, bro.
You're right. I'm sorry. I don't know what having me back there.
Well, so here we are playing some $2, $5. If you haven't seen yesterday's episode, you should go check that out so you can see where we are in life. It seems like Dan's stuck still a little bit of money thanks to...
It looks like we're up $70, but I was really down, I think, about $135, $140. So we'll say I'm stuck 70.
I think you're more than that. Didn't you lose a whole buy-in to Danielle with the fours?
I totally forgot about that. Thanks for bringing it up.
I'm just saying, the fans are going to get upset about that.
I was stuck 140. Yeah, I thought I was...
I think you're stuck...
I planned on reloading
530,
but then Danielle got lucky, of course.
Of course, she won that flip. So I think we're stuck about like 430 right now. Yeah, but we'll see if we can't run it up. There's actually no stake in the game for me or run it up. We're just here hanging out, watching how Dan O'Brien clicks his buttons. Yeah, it could be prophetic. I said before you came in here that historically, I don't know exactly the numbers, but Antonio just lost. D-Moon lost earlier this season. You won for us in season 1, and today you could have put that on the line and seen if you could have held that through, but we just played on your money for now.
Maybe I'll come back. I'm enjoying it here.
I'm enjoying it. This is great.
I don't want to leave.
Okay, well, you're more than welcome to stick around.
What else do we have to talk about this episode?
Oh, I've got plenty of things to talk about. I have so many questions for you. We don't hang out at all. I feel like this is my time to get quality time with like you, Antonio, the Moon Girl. None of you want to hang out with me outside of Run It Up, so it's fine.
I feel like it's the opposite. I feel like you want content for your show, so rather than talk to us in social settings, you just bring us on here to talk.
Even if that was true, that would be great if that was true. What a good friend that would be for you, that I'm saving our good content to turn into resources for you.
I'm so happy to be here. So helpful for me.
Come on. 2 Long Island kids, you know? Who would have thought back in the day when you were just a little kid running around in Mount Sinai that one day you'd be up here in this big tower in Las Vegas, just talking on camera, playing some poker? Come on.
Yeah, losing $500.
Whatever.
And I don't think there's any sort of reimbursement plan, is there?
No.
You know what?
No.
All right, just so you know, I'm going to 3-bet this guy.
Good. I was worried that you were going to fold. You know, people think you're kind of a nit. Did you know that?
No, you say that. They think that because you propagated it.
I feel like that's not really true. I
just 5-bet shoved 4s.
That's true. That is true.
It's not like this is a special day.
It is a special day. You're here. What a great flop, though.
Yeah, good flop for me. It's not... it's probably a better flop for someone.
Yeah, but I guess I would doubt that either of these guys are putting you on the 9-10 offsuit, so that's a plus in our favor.
And on the 9 of hearts.
And you do.
Just in case that comes in somehow.
Yeah.
I kind of just want to get it in against this guy.
You raise, get it in here, yeah.
Is that unreasonable?
Can't be too unreasonable.
I have a pair and a draw. We know about that, right? So he's betting
I think we're on that page.
Money. I'm just going to make it.
He basically checked. I mean, not like actually checked, but he bet 30 into 180. So it's not like he bet, super reasonable amount.
This is going to be annoying.
This guy cold called pre, right?
Yeah, he could have jacks. He could have 9s.
He could have queens. Is that possible? Would he play queens this way?
Yes, but like, how could he? If he has 7s or 8s or 10s, he's there's no way he can call. He's just going to have to shove.
Yeah. Wow. Interesting hand. Okay.
That's a pretty good turn.
That does seem like a pretty good turn card.
He's not going to have the 10-9 or the queen 9.
If he checks, do you ever consider checking back here?
Oh, man. I just don't know.
Because our hand looks like nothing like what it is, right? Our hand looks like ace king or queens or...
I'm just going to bet.
Interesting.
Because he could have queens and want to... He's not going to fold jacks or queens.
Surely never folding jacks.
So
queens seems hard to fold.
Like,
I love it. I was thinking 120, so we're in the same ballpark for sure. Because I feel like at this point, like... Okay...
That's just a total disaster.
Yeah, wow.
Okay, so
he should open shove as like the best play here, risking half a pot.
Shoving.
Yeah. How could he ever check a queen here? It seems impossible.
Right, he definitely can, but
we could have a queen here too. We could have queen jack.
He's not gonna have one very often.
Yeah, he would have shoved himself. He really should have shoved this river. This river check by him is just probably not good because unless we have exactly queens or ace queen ourselves.
Unreal.
Wow. Wow.
Unreal. That's so annoying. God.
Damn.
What a disaster. And what a ridiculous cold call pre.
He should have just raised flop, but got it in on the flop, made no mistakes, right? 30, 100, looks like you have queens or whatever. He just makes it 240. Maybe you sometimes fold ace king or ace queen yourself. He gets you to fold that hand.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be behind sets sometimes, but
Sure.
that's it. I mean, there's not going to be that many two pairs in my range. Very, very few in zip-locked range.
Exactly.
So
you have tens sometimes, but really, for the most part.
Like, there's plenty of times where I'm just going to raise an overpair to protect my hand against that small lead.
Small bet, yeah.
So, yeah, he definitely should be just looking to get in with his equity.
Let me ask you this question. If you had jacks in that hand, and you make it so it goes 30, 100, and Swindler makes it like 240, do you ever fold jacks there?
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely?
Yeah. I have a gutty.
And an over pair.
And an over pair like to make a set with, but
sure.
I don't think I'm ever ahead.
Yeah.
I mean, except when he has that hand.
Yeah,
but
even then you're like flipping against that hand he actually had.
Right, exactly.
In that exact case.
So there's unless he has an under flush draw somehow.
Right, which would be kind of crazy to check raise.
And doesn't have the straight draw.
Right, which is pretty hard. He has to have like 4-3 of hearts or something, and then have cold called pre, and then check raise flop.
Really, because it was 10, 8, 7. So he'd have to have like. Whether it's 5-6 or 4-5,
right?
Because I don't care obviously about the 9 because I cover that, but he's gonna have same thing like 3 extra outs on top of his flush draw,
right?
So either way, I'm just gonna be flipping at best.
If you were in a tournament, are you more likely to just call the first 30, or do you still raise and then make a decision?
I would probably still raise. It's tough for online. If it's a live tournament, I'm definitely going to raise because I feel like I can gauge better what my opponent is going to do.
Sure, that makes sense.
And I'm not because Swindler's just not going to come along very often with the worst hand. He's only going to have
better if he puts money in the pot.
He's going to have a 45%er
or better. Yeah.
So I'm not really worried about folding out to him.
Right.
Yeah, I might end up getting blown off by the first guy, but that's a decision I'm going to make based on how he's playing and how I feel.
Sure, that makes sense. Do you do a lot of like poker work these days? Like I know for a little while there you were at least pretty active with like talking about hands, stuff like that. But at this point in your life, do you still like work on your poker game every week on a weekly basis, or
not nearly enough? I started watching some Run It Once.
Nice, good choice.
And it's a really good site. I'm not affiliated with it in any way, but I think really just Ben Solsky's killer.
Oh yeah, Sauce is the best.
Yeah, I just watch his stuff. I have a hard time honestly watching anyone else.
Really? Even like Galfond?
Well, Galfond doesn't really play much No Limit. He just plays PLO.
PLO, yeah, right.
And
his PLO videos are great though. I love his PLO videos.
His PLO videos are like me listening to Neil Tyson DeGrassi talking about physics.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Phil Galfond has given me his blessing to 3-bet with any cards I want in position in PLO, which is all I really ever needed in life. So
anyway, he's sick, and I'm just so bad. If I were, decent,
sure,
then I would try to get better, but I just need to start from the bottom.
I get it. It's a fun game to learn though, and I feel like there have been some pretty big cash PLO games here actually also in Vegas.
Yeah, I've heard it's picking up a little bit recently. Yeah. So I keep saying I'm going to learn and try to get better, but I've just been lazy.
Well, Danielle came and got her first PLO lesson. I guess it would be 10 days ago to you guys in the world. She came and did an episode of PLO with me, and she had never seen PLO before. And the very first hand we had, we flopped a set and ended up folding the river, and I was like, "Welcome to PLO." That's it. That's what happens. You just gotta fold sets sometimes.
That is annoying.
By the way, I feel like Danielle's played very solid this session. Besides, I mean, even that hand is obviously fine, but she hasn't. She's kept her sights right on the target.
Yeah, I think she's playing well. Not really getting involved too much, but you never know. She might just be in a cold streak.
Yeah, or running good one way or the other.
Right, but with her ace jack play, it's a little bit marginal. I think to 4-bet call, but against me, I think it's good.
She seemed to have a good feel on the dynamic as it was going.
Right, it's just really hard for her to play when she just flats.
Oh, absolutely.
And my range is going to be wide enough on the button that I think she can comfortably 4-bet get it in.
Yep, makes sense to me.
And I mean, just yesterday we were playing, not filming it,
right?
And we had a exactly similar spot where I shoved through.
You guys have a history too, like that too,
right? I shoved through the ace 9,
right?
And she had ace king. We got there, but
nice.
I did that. I shoved through some other weak hand. Oh no, I shoved through, I think, with a flip. I forget what it was. I think maybe ace jack against her tens or vice versa. But either way, we know each other's games well enough at this point to know that we're both going to show up with some hands that maybe we shouldn't there. So
that's right.
I think it's okay to play it that way.
So speaking of weak hands, you took a header off a jet ski 6 months ago and damaged your wrist once again, I believe.
I haven't been on the show since that, huh?
No. I would love to get an update on your wrists and your knees and any other appendages that have been damaged or in the freezer.
My knees feel great.
Okay.
I've torn my ACLs 3 times, for those of you who don't know.
Jeez.
Once on the left, twice on the right.
Oh, man.
But feeling pretty good overall. Oh, Swindler wants to dance again. Okay. I think this
seems like a good spot to call.
I agree.
Let's see a flop dealer. Let's see a little 5-ball. Ooh.
That's a pretty good flop.
That is an excellent decision of flops.
He's going to have a fair amount of draws, but I'm going to have a fair amount of draws.
That's right.
And so I can comfortably raise here, I think, because I don't think he's going to fold like any good hands.
Yeah, if he has nothing, he's probably not going to continue anyway, so I like that.
What did I have last time?
I don't know. You made 100 last time. Oh, you're saying against him? I don't remember.
It's okay. I know it. I bet 140 last time. I want to bet 132 this time. Change it up a little bit. I can easily just be messing around here.
Yep.
As it turns out, I am not.
Oh, in the time bank.
Uh-oh.
He's in the time bank.
See, if he has like ace queen, ace king, it's pretty hard for him to fold.
You think he should shove though? Because he does obviously beat your king queen and queen 9. I think you should just call if he has like ace queen, right?
Yeah.
Because if you have king queen and he checks me, you just check
Especially
back.
He has a heart.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and stuff.
They're gonna say, there you go, I'm all in.
Should we wait a sec?
Do you want to just high five before you get that in?
No, because we're against jacks. I just lost the top set of jacks.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Okay, what are we up against? Oh,
Kings.
okay, that's pretty good.
Okay, we can beat that.
Can we hold it?
Nice.
Boom! God, I really felt like a king was coming.
Hit the bell. Boom.
God,
Boom.
that's huge. What a flop.
What a flop.
And just for the record, he plays his hand perfectly. I'm just going to have too many nonsense hands there.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's a spot where it's kind of tough for him when he has ace king, ace queen, so I might just take a random hand and do that. But I'm also going to have king, queen. Not as many because he has king.
You'll have some pure bluff sometimes too, right? Just putting pressure on him in position.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so
and I might even play a 10 that way because it's just
to put pressure on him, turn
put
a pair into a
pressure,
bluff.
try to get a free river.
Right.
If he calls, I check back turn.
Right.
So, yeah, I just coolered him.
There you go.
And I'm glad that I did because now I'm back in the black.
That's right. Doing it.
You're
running it up record because on the line here on this episode.
Yeah, I'm not even playing on your bankroll.
No, but it's still important that you win because 743 after Antonio's devastation. I am up this season. Antonio and D-Moon have lost all my profits.
Really? See,
I was a little hesitant about you coming to it. If you lose even more, I have to do all the work. I don't know. I couldn't take that kind of pressure.
I know. Yeah, I would have been down to the last, $250.
Yeah, if we had.
I wouldn't even been able to have that.
Yeah, you wouldn't. If you had just played 2-5, we would be out. It would be over. Yeah, I appreciate that not happening. So your wrist is okay now, or what?
Yeah, sorry. It's not great. So I actually tore a ligament in it playing hockey.
Since I saw you?
No, that's what happened.
Oh, that happened initially. Yeah, okay, yeah.
And then I did take that header off of the boat.
Oh man, if you guys haven't seen that, is that on your Instagram?
It is.
What is your Instagram account?
It's at Dan O'Brien Poker, same as Twitter.
I really highly encourage you guys go see that video if you haven't. I might actually embed it in this video here.
June.
I think the editing wizards are gonna have to like overlay that.
You guys okay?
I can just send you the video. I still have it. It's not on YouTube, but
it will be after this video.
Poor Swindler took off. I always feel bad just coolering someone like that, especially on I want people to play on the site, and
of course.
I don't want them to think I'm all that lucky because, as you've seen, I haven't been.
No luck with the Irish.
So yeah, the wrist doesn't feel good. It's not terrible, but it's still not good. So I just got to really keep stretching it. We're going to call it a position with deuces just because we're getting good enough odds and there's no real better way to play it.
Yep, I like that.
So
do you look to continue on this flop for considering, like, let's say he bets like 40, 30, you're probably going to peel here?
He says the bet small, so I'm definitely going to peel if he does. If it's huge, I'm not going to.
Yep.
But
I like this.
Yeah, for
you have the best hands sometimes, maybe like 30% of the time he had
I think
the
at least,
sand,
yeah.
something like that.
I think at least that much.
Nice. I was trying to be realistic.
No,
I like your optimism. Usually I'm the realistic, or usually I'm optimistic, and you're the realistic one.
Yeah.
So
I mean, this isn't a great board for him to just barrel off with ace high.
How do you like betting like 15 here on the river? Do you like
Against
that?
this guy, I like it a lot.
Nice. I love it.
I don't want to bet 15 because it's like you told me to bet 15.
No, it's perfect. Even better. You're getting an extra $1 out of him if he has ace king.
We'll see.
We'll see. And it hurts so much if you're this guy and you just have like king queen. It's like, what do you do?
He just value towning me.
How do you fold
I'm
getting
not
6
folding,
to 1?
So.
We would have check called.
There it is.
Oh, I just gave you $26 more. I bet you if he bet 15, he would have just called.
That's a really bad raise from him.
Yeah, I
raising
don't love
there.
That. I actually don't mind raising.
Fine, but
yeah,
you got to make it a reasonable size. I'm not going to fold for $26.
Yeah.
If honestly, that's more of a value bet than a bluff because I'll call with worse than ace queen.
Yeah, if you somehow
but I'm certainly not folding better.
Yeah, right. If he makes it like 90 or 100 there, he actually might win the pot.
Right.
Instead, he ends up giving us $26 more, which is crazy.
That was a mistake.
Yeah. And then a hero comes along, says the Moon Girl.
With the strength to carry on. I don't know how the melody goes. And if I did, I wouldn't be able to sing it. But it's from a song.
When Danielle was here, she gave us a little bit of a song, you know.
Yeah.
She did the Reunited and Feel So Good song.
Really? One of the ideas being kicked around for the finale was to have the loser sing a national anthem.
A national anthem.
At like a minor league baseball game.
Wow.
Or other sporting event. And here's the problem with that. There are two.
Okay.
Number one, it's unfair because Danielle has sung before.
Oh.
She's even sung in front of a crowd like at a high school game.
Wow.
So she can sing at least a little, and I'm the worst.
Right.
So unless we have differing punishments, can't do that.
Right. Makes sense.
On top of that, you can't just... It's like lighting the flag on fire. You can't just go butcher a national anthem.
Yeah.
People aren't going to like that.
People are going to be upset. You're going to cause an international incident.
Of course. It really is like taking the flag and stomping on it. I mean, I am that bad.
Wow.
And you saw what happened. Roseanne did it at a baseball game years ago.
And that did not work out well for her.
And people booed the whole time, rightfully so, because she was a disaster. And then she wound up like spitting and grabbing her crotch after.
You don't want to do that?
That didn't go over well either. So it ended up being a whole thing. And, you know, it probably won't be quite as big of an international incident.
I'll take the under on Roseanne's incident. Yeah, I would guess so.
I still just don't need to do that.
Do you remember when she actually did that? Like, she literally, like, cackled her way through it. Like, she embraced the role of, like, as everyone was booing, she was just shrieking.
She has just a really noticeably, uniquely shrill voice.
Right.
And she played it up. And the fans were not pleased.
In that case, the fans were definitely not amused. So the Moon is just going off on the chat over there.
She can't help herself.
Having a blast.
You know what it is? Is we were filming all day today.
Yeah. Oh, she was there too? I didn't know.
Yeah, we're filming a kind of like a recap review episode.
Oh, cool. Coming probably next Thursday by the time you guys see this.
See,
no?
Don't do that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, I don't know when it is.
Okay, I don't know when it is. Coming
Definitely
eventually.
not next Thursday. Because
by the time these guys see it,
it's kind of like a recap. It's going to be a review kind of leading into the finale.
Got it.
And we're not exactly sure when that's going to be yet, so we're going to try to time it.
Oh, I see. So it might be longer. It might just be sweet run it up action for you guys for a while.
The good news is that if you follow myself on Twitter or Jason here, you'll know whenever it is.
That's right. Or Danielle.
The Ultimate Poker account, Danielle's account.
Yep.
Whatever. You'll figure it.
Anybody
you'll know about it.
Anybody in the family.
Trust me, we're going to let you know. So I'm not sure when it's going to be, but we were filming all day today, and literally all day, from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Damn.
And everything when you film takes forever.
Except for Run It Up, I gotta say, we're very efficient.
System.
Yeah,
but
we're very
when you're
efficient.
using like the cameras, directors, and the sound, and all these things, it just something always runs out.
Of course,
you're always waiting on people. It takes way longer. Plus, we need a lot of takes sometimes because we don't even have a script. We don't know what we're going to say.
Right.
So we just kind of come up with it on the fly and then do it until it's decent.
Yeah. I mean,
that was our plan.
The episode that we did when we were here, we did the episode playing games, and that we were shooting for, like 5 or 6 hours to make a 10-minute video or 8-minute video or whatever it was.
It takes a while.
It takes a lot.
So we were filming all day, and Danielle's probably delirious.
You were kind of delirious too when you walked in. I was like, oh, okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gave you some cashews though, and that was all you needed. Just ready to go.
Those were delicious.
We do good food here. We do good, fresh, basic foods here. Turkey burgers, salads, fruit, and pasta.
You got to lay off the processed stuff.
What did I just say that was? What did I just say that was?
First of all, turkey burgers are the ones you're getting probably suck.
Vincent is hand making them
from like ground turkey.
From ground turkey meat.
Okay, that's a step up. You guys used to have the frozen.
We used to do the frozen stuff, but now I have a boyfriend who just does work for me for the last few years. So.
Oh man,
how nice is that?
I need a boyfriend.
That's right.
So as long as it's good turkey meat, fine. Sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Pasta, I'm not a huge fan of. You seem to eat heaps of it, and it's fine for you, which is great.
I actually have tried to eat a lot less than when I was younger. I don't know how you feel, but when we were growing up on Long Island, it was like pasta was like on the table every other night for us. Like that was a very basic thing, my mother was Maria Leonora, like, you know what I mean? Like she was very,
Yeah, I'm from an Italian family. My last name's O'Brien, but
you're
half. Yeah, I'm half Italian. My mother's name is Latino.
Right.
So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so my grandmother cooked for us all the time.
Right. But not a lot of pasta though.
No, lots of pasta.
Oh, lots of pasta. Okay.
But as I just learn more about nutrition, not only do I not like its effects on your blood sugar,
sure,
but it also kind of affects me mentally, I think. And I think I've read a little bit about it, where like wheat can actually cause like depression in some people.
Interesting.
And it's just like
more than just like the food depression of like when you eat like a big bowl of pasta. Obviously, almost everybody feels tired after that because it's so heavy. But more than that, there's actually like a mental aspect.
Yeah, some people just don't react to it all that well, and it's not just the gluten. I know it's like a really big buzzword now.
Yeah,
but it's just the wheat itself, and maybe some of the gluten, because it's been so tampered with over the years. Our bodies just aren't accustomed to it, and not that they ever were in the first place, because wheat is a relatively new thing in human evolution.
Sure.
It's like we weren't eating wheat 20,000 years ago. And humans are millions of years old, unless you believe in the Bible. Anyways.
We'll leave that alone for now.
Yeah. So it's not like a thing that we're necessarily like evolved eating.
Right.
So it's kind of new to us. Some people handle it well, some people don't.
Sure.
And I've read a lot about like all these negative effects it can have on people. And I don't think it's the devil, like a lot of people will say.
Right.
But for me, it's like sometimes it makes me a little bit out of it. I don't like feel up to doing as much. I'm not as energetic.
Are you still eating like when at one point we went somewhere together and you opened up like your suitcase and you literally had like 3 containers of, I'm not even kidding, this huge suitcase, and you had these like, I don't know whether they're gallons or 2-gallon jugs of like barley, oats, and like you literally had these like huge cans of things.
Where was that?
I think it was at the Rio. Actually, if I remember correctly.
Oh, maybe for when we had the trailer?
I think it was when we had the RV, yeah.
I don't have barley, but I do have oats.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sometimes, what did I bet here? 12?
You made it 12 pre, yeah. I like 18.
It's fair. Try to bet a little bit more out of position.
So many good turn cards for us. Queens and 10s and 8s and 6s and hearts.
Or we get a fold.
He folded before we got through with all the good cards.
Yeah, sometimes... So overall, I'm eating way better.
Right.
I actually had this thing on an Ultimate Poker blog called UFit, which was supposed to be a weekly thing that I wrote one of and then stopped because I'm the worst. But I didn't actually give up on my plan. I just stopped writing about it.
Right.
So I really should get back to doing that, and I think I will. But
it's hard when you're on the road, though, man.
It's really not. It just we make it hard because
really
we're lazy. I'm lazy.
We work like not like it's work, but when you're playing like 10 hours a week or a day,
it's hard. You generally have time. I just haven't.
By the way, you guys are really deep stack. We could play a 3K pot right here and now.
Yeah. What should I do?
I like 45. That seems good. When I was on the road, as in the busy part of my poker career, I probably never was below nice flop.
Pretty good.
I was probably never below like 170, 175. I was probably between 170 and like 185 through my entire poker career. But in the last year and a half that I've been here, I've never been lighter. I'm like 157 right now. I haven't been this light since I was in like 8th grade.
So you must be eating pretty well because you certainly aren't that active. Whoa, black chip.
Black chip. Hello. Ballin'.
6 times the normal rate.
Wow.
Good
6 times. Boom.
That's probably like the lowest chip. It's definitely one of the lowest chips because I haven't been here all month.
No, I think there's like literally like a chocolate chip they give you for like the lowest one. It did some work. Black chip. Nice.
Feeling good.
You can play the free rolls now. There's like a weekly free roll for black chip players.
Really?
Yes.
I'm just like never.
Only on ultimatepoker.com.
This is a annoying spot.
Bro, whatever. $17.
I know, that's the thing. I don't want to think like that, though. I want to play well.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna call. Well, I think I can. I think I can outplay this guy.
I agree. Whatever.
I think I can raise some.
What are the chances that a guy with a visor named Ziplocked is going to be able to outplay Dan O'Brien out of position?
Well, I don't know what he has, but he's definitely winning this pot. So
you just let this one go?
Yeah.
Sometimes he gets me to stick around here for 30 into 60.
Not me. Not on this board. Just because he's, even with ace high, he's
not going to really go too far.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
If it was like, 4, 5, 7, then we can start talking.
All right. Seems fair. But yeah,
sorry, go on.
No, I was going to just say, I was going to give you like the viewers obviously can't see, but you can see there's a little like desk and bike combination I have over there, a fit desk. How nice is that? I've been doing some biking while working. It's a beautiful thing. My life these days is very efficiently productive. Uh-oh, the Moon Girl looks like she's headed out.
I need her to stay.
Tell her to order thinking turkey burgers. Nice. Oh, she's already sitting out. You can't even, Tell her, tell her to spend some of that money on some food for her kid. Who needs to take it? Just, How sad is this? She wins not on Run It Up, and then she wins, and she loses when she's here. That's so brutal.
Yeah, I don't think she really cares. But it is brutal for you.
Yeah. That's fine. More work, more. It just means the journey will take a little longer. We'll eventually get to 10K. I've made $10,000 before in my life.
Wow. Have you?
That is the goal.
Oh, wow. She's going to try to come back.
Wow.
What a girl.
What a girl. What a girl. What a trooper. Yeah.
So yeah, I've been eating like much better overall. But especially on the road, especially in New York. There are just so many things that I love there.
Pizza.
And it turns out none of them are good for you. Nothing.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's like, all right, you're going to go to New York, for me anyway. What do you want to eat there? So let's start with, I guess, in meal order.
Okay, bagels.
For breakfast, you're going to need a bagel. Hold on. This guy just posted, and when you post, you
just
get
get punished. Which, by the way, Danielle refers to as a bagel, which is absolutely insane to me.
Yeah, what is wrong with her? She has a really weird accent.
When
we were filming before, she kept saying,
I like a bagel in Vegas.
Look at this. See, this is why you punish.
This is it. Yeah.
I'll just bet.
I can't even copy how she does it because it says it. So I've never heard anybody call Las Vegas the way she Vegas. I can't even do it. I can't even copy how she says it. It's very bizarre.
It's definitely bizarre.
Definitely bizarre.
So there's bagels are great. We're gonna go ahead and shove any river except a jack.
Even then, for half pot, I mean,
we have no choice. I mean, we're just
you could check call. You have a chance to bluff.
What can you bluff with?
4-5 ace highs. I mean, I don't know. I actually don't hate either way.
I am gonna check call.
I think that's
because I don't know what he's gonna call me with.
Yeah. That was what I was thinking, was that if he shoves, he calls it better 100% of the time. If you check, he does check back sometimes with like sevens, but actually you saved $100.
Yeah.
There you go.
God, that's so frustrating.
Boom.
But then again, I got pretty lucky with queen 6.
Yeah. That's crazy he didn't raise when he posted with that. He posted with king queen and didn't raise.
Right, just checked.
Yeah.
Well, he looks like he wants to play some pots, so we'll note that.
He is here to play. That's right. So we'll do one more orbit. How you feeling over there?
Feeling fine. I'm good with that. What were we just talking about anyway?
Talking about eating right, breakfast in New York.
Oh, New York. Okay.
Yeah.
Bagels, yes. See? They're the best.
Yeah.
Bagels, yes. No.
If you never had a New York, especially a Long Island bagel, they're really like amazing.
Yeah, the best.
They're the best.
Bagels, no. Festivus, yes. And then really even better than that is the egg sandwich.
Okay.
They don't even sell it anywhere else. It's incredible. The idea of putting eggs on a really good roll with bacon and cheese just pretty much doesn't make it anywhere outside of New York and New Jersey.
Huh. Is that really true?
I mean, you can get it
just
at a diner. I guess it's okay.
Yeah.
At a fast food place, they're generally pretty awful.
See, to me, my version of that is chicken parm subs, which I feel like you can get amazing chicken parm subs in Long Island. I'm starving thinking about it.
Okay. Yeah, chicken parm is great, of course.
Of course.
They're just betting into me again, huh?
At least we have top pair. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that is pretty good. This guy is interesting. I don't know what he's going to lead into me that I'm beating. But
that you're beating?
I'm just gonna
call. You could have clubs. You could have 4-5.
Yeah.
You could have 6 ace-6 kind of a hand.
4-5.
Yes, that would be unfortunate.
I mean, this guy plays pretty well and he's pretty solid.
Yep, I feel like I feel similarly about this guy.
You feel, yeah. So I'm just going to fold. I think it's really tight, or I think it like looks really weak. But
yeah,
I'm just trying to think of a hand that I'm beating, and maybe he has clubs. That's just like what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, maybe you beat like Queen. I mean, you called out of the small blind, so he can't even have like Queen 5 or even like Queen 8. So what does he have? He has like Ace 4 of clubs, exactly. I mean, that's really like the only thing that maybe could make sense.
Yeah.
But even that might just check raise.
Money Beats, if you're watching, please let us know you had that hand because it's really interesting. And I made a pretty weak fold, but I think it's good.
If you didn't have it, you should let him know. Oh, actually, our camera was covering when Staley was there. I actually forgot to notice that. So we were at bottom right now.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so we just missed his one showdown with King Queen. But anyway, we're actually at like one hand left. So I have one last question for you.
Please.
It's September now. What are your poker goals? Do you have any for one? And what are your poker goals for either the rest of the year or a year ahead from now?
Poker goals. I'm going to the Borgata. I'm just trying to make money.
It's like next week.
Yeah, I'm leaving on Saturday night after the
thing.
The
ultimate event happens on Sunday.
Live at on Saturday at GBR.
Right.
Green Valley Ranch.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll sit out after this one, but I'm definitely going to raise it.
Okay.
I'm just trying to make money, and that's so obvious to say.
So you're not like chasing like a World Series bracelet, which you've obviously been very close to twice. I mean, you don't feel that. It's mostly.
No, I don't really care. I mean, it would be
money.
nice, but it's more so for the money.
Sure.
I'm going to go ahead and bet this anyways. So I'm going to play a little bit more cash. I don't want to travel as much. I just got off a 7-week trip.
Yeah.
Even though most of it wasn't for poker.
Yeah.
Still, it's just a long time to be away, and I'm going away again.
Right.
So hopefully for like all of October through December, I'll be here. There's a WPT here in December.
Yeah,
There's a couple little events
before
here in November. My family's coming out for Thanksgiving.
Oh.
So I just kind of want to stay in Vegas. I'll play some cash.
Do some Run It Up episodes.
Yeah, I mean, I made money again.
That's right. The record stands.
I may as well stay here.
You're the winningest player in Run It Up history, second to me. That's true.
Have you made money?
Obviously, I started with 50. I've made 700 or whatever.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah, I made more than that except for Danielle and Antonio.
Yeah, but don't forget I've won you some.
Yeah, no, for sure. You balanced it out in the other direction. So, hey, this was a lot of fun. We should do this again sometime soon.
Okay, well, let's do it real soon.
All right. Hey, maybe we can do it real soon. If you guys enjoyed today's episode of Run It Up, tweet Dan O'Brien Poker and tell him thanks for coming on the show. It was awesome having Dan. Is there anything else we should follow on Instagram? Dan O'Brien Poker.
Yeah, Dan O'Brien on Facebook, I guess. You can find me on there.
Me vs. You, also on this channel. We'll have links, I'm sure, at the end of this.
Yeah, watch Me versus You. Let me know if you enjoy. Give us suggestions as some challenges.
For challenges, punishments.
You'd like to see.
Yeah, that's great.
And we're not. The show is good, but it's not great, and we're always trying to get better. So
it's a great attitude. I feel the same way about everything.
We're just trying to entertain people here.
We're just two kids from Long Island trying to make a buck in this crazy world.
It's fun. I'm really enjoying it, and I really appreciate everyone watching. So, any suggestions you guys have, feedback, we'll be happy to take it.
That's right. Keep it up. Come on. That's right.
Thanks for having me, bud.
Thanks for being here, bud. All right, guys. We'll see you back for more tomorrow. Peace. JCarver. That's right. Just knit it up. The cage is one size fits all. You can just expand the cage based on the stakes that you're playing for. This is #horse status. Look out, everyone! You get the trout smacked around in your face so many times, you're just a little gun shy.